I didn't hear the recording process, so I know. All right, so this is the end of the cabbage grow. We're gonna do this. This will be posted for everybody who's not here live. But we did two different grows. We did one with hand seeding, which is this one, and we did the one with the machine, the little green seeding machine, just to see what the difference is, because we want to know as well if there's any differences in yields and stuff. So Jess is going to cut the hand seeded one first, and then we'll do the machine seeded one after that, and we'll see what yields we're gonna get. They both still look beautiful. Kind of give you a more close up. We have to measure the height because Lorena was asking about heights on stuff, so let's measure the height. We want to do that.
All right, so you've got, looks like a high side and a low side, so we'll do both. All right, from the soil line.
What we got?
And 3 inches.
3 inches.
3. So on the high side, we're looking at 3.5. So it's like a 1/2 inch difference between the tray. Looks like this one also has it. Still have to look at the shelf level.
Yep.
These guys look like they might be, no,
3
3 inches.
3 inches.
No. 3.25.
Okay.
A little bit shorter.
A little bit shorter.
A little bit
We'll see what the yields are.
Yeah. Can you turn on my scale for me?
Oh, it's on.
Oh, is it on?
It's on grams, but
Oh, yeah, because I was using it for seeds earlier, so
there we go.
I don't want to math that.
I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but
Might be able to
zoom in, but I don't think I
move the
can.
camera closer. I mean, it's
Yeah.
on the laptop, so
Yeah.
I can tell. There we go. Hey.
There we go. So start harvesting. Obviously, grabs in a bunch when you're doing it by hand. She doesn't do very often anymore.
I know it's been a little bit, and knock off some roots. I've managed to get a couple of roots on this, so
If you do that, just chop them off.
just chop them off. I didn't sharpen my knife before this, so this is going to be interesting. I also peeled potatoes with this knife, so. I was like, why is it not sharp? Oh, lunch. There we go. That's better. Nice clean cuts. One big bunch. Leave the knife on the tray, so you don't have to go after it and find it again.
And both of them do look pretty good, so.
And beautiful. Section them off.
One flipped up with the roots. So
Yeah, one little root there in the corner.
we're at, you want to know where we're at, or
We're up, yeah, you can.
we're at 7.46 right now.
Ooh.
With a quarter of the tray to go, roughly. Clean off anything.
Any little thing, anytime that's like close to the roots or anything like that, go ahead and adjust. I use the edge of my tray for my guide. So if at any point the soil is a little higher, it might get a little close. So I always try to make sure I watch for it, especially when I'm hand cutting.
So, hand seeding one was 10.558. 10.58.
And then some crumbs if I wanted to.
And some crumbs you run into. So, but 10.5, we'll call it. That's on the normal hand seeding one. And this one, the next one was done with the little green seeding machine. It's over there, but
If he's hanging up,
yeah.
be able to see him hanging over there,
Yeah, he's over there in the corner hanging up.
hanging out over there.
I had to change some things around, so with the new seating setup.
Always rearranging.
Oh,
You're gonna zero that for me?
I just am now because I'm turning it back on
I think
because
that's
it's batteries, it's dying, it's flashing. So let's hopefully it stays on.
we're gonna harvest a little quickly. Oh,
There's Nancy coming in. That is red acre cabbage, right?
red acre cabbage.
Cabbage, yes, yeah. Red acre cabbage, yes. Had a brain fart there for a second.
Grab that all by a handful, so I might have to do 2 on this.
It went off, so I'm gonna grab that scale.
Yep. Grab the other scale and an empty container. My scale's dying. Oh no. I'm gonna keep harvesting. How's Nancy tonight?
Hey, I'm doing good. Did you do anything with cilantro?
We didn't do cilantro. We haven't done a check-in on that yet. This is just gonna be the cabbage for this round.
Okay.
And then we'll do a check-in on the cilantro in a bit too. Just
Okay. Fantastic.
he's off getting me another scale because my battery's dead right between the middle of this one.
No. Worst time ever, right?
Yes, perfect timing. It didn't die while I was planting earlier, so that's a plus. I just have
That's-
we started buying rechargeable batteries for him, thankfully. So switch
Wanted to show we are at 0.
0.
Ish. Well, maybe not
Do it
now.
again. It's just as sweet.
There we are, 0.
0. For reals. All right.
All right. This one is going to be less by a lot. By a lot.
By a lot.
It's not a good sign.
That's not a good sign.
Is that, Mike? Is that the hand seed or the seeded?
This
It is a
This is
cedar.
the machine. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
He did seem a little shorter. I don't know if he was more densely seated.
It was very beginning I was trying doing stuff with it though. So
I have
but it's 9 ounces. So
9 ounces.
9 ounces, and this one was 10 and a half.
10 and a half.
So
How many grams was that? I forgot.
Cedar, I don't know how to make an idea of grams. On average, it's been 20 grams.
Okay, okay.
We can't tell exactly per cedar around, but it's been averaging right at 20 based on the settings that we've been using. And then we seed at 20 also, so.
Okay,
the goal is 20.
Yeah, had a lot more germination.
gotcha.
Interesting. We learned a thing. Not really. We're just trying to figure out why.
Now we'll see on all of our other crops how that goes.
Yeah,
So, but yeah.
not too bad though. 9-ish.
Yeah. Are you guys growing cabbage?
Yeah, I grow cabbage. A couple of restaurants love it.
Yeah.
And I mix it with a brassica kind of blend. But it's beautiful. And I always get a good yield out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, we usually get really, really good yields. Normally our average is 10 and a half. So that one was kind of a weird tray. Interesting.
And that could, just one tray off. It could be,
Right.
Don't know if it was the cedar or
Oh.
what.
It was
Right,
cold.
it could be a one-off.
Yeah, it could be a one-off, so
We were a day behind on germination.
plants are perfect.
Remember we pulled it, right?
Yeah,
So it's probably behind
yeah, maybe.
a little bit.
But that other one wasn't.
The other one wasn't.
So that
True.
doesn't matter. That wouldn't matter. These
That
are all
one-
equal,
Yeah.
all equal. So yeah, but what are you usually getting off of it, Kathy?
I would say I actually grow at about 25 grams
Okay.
and I get more than that. So I get
Okay.
like 14
Oh, nice.
14 ounces. Yeah, it's like a huge producer.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's so beautiful. So
yeah. It is.
it's just definitely like
It's
a
beautiful.
restaurant. Yeah, yeah. So I put it like that same package. I do a sampler package, and I always have the red acre because it's beautiful. I do a spicy, the spicy salad blend. I blend that myself, and I put a little bit more mustard in it and a couple other things.
Nice.
And I grow some leafy lettuce. So yeah, it's a good sampler, and it like sells easily for like $20 a pop. So
Nice.
I'll sell like at the farmers market. I would sell easily like between 15 and 20, depending on the weather, of those. So, just multiply that by 20. And, that's a good yield by itself for the higher end. People love it because they can look at it. I put amaranth in the middle and a few edible flowers to make it look pretty. And it's just one that guys come and grab it, and it's like, that's easy. It's like an easy decision. They just take it, you know?
Love easy decisions.
Easy decisions, especially.
Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very cool. Were we gonna do a cilantro check-in on this
No.
video?
No. Today's all this like
Okay. Well, during
Yeah.
Q&A, I'll show Nancy my cilantro though.
Okay, well,
'Cause she
we're,
was gonna ask about it.
I think we're kind of there, at this point,
Yeah.
we can look at the cilantro, we won't have to do a separate video, but we can look at the cilantro for sure.
What
can
size
get-
packages are those for you guys? Those are for the restaurants, right?
64 ounces,
Yeah, I like those.
yeah.
I've never bought that big before. And I have the golden acre cabbage. I didn't get the red acre
Okay,
cabbage.
yeah.
Yeah.
Golden grows well though. We've done that one as
Yeah.
it came with our Osborns.
It grows well, but this is just beautiful.
These-
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And we do the veggie confetti that we do the amaranth with it, with spicy salad mix, and we add more cabbage into it with this, and it just is a bit,
Mm, that's pretty.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have any that are cut,
Anyway.
the veggie confettis, but
No, I don't have the harvest it off right now.
this is Jess is getting the cilantro. If you guys weren't here for the cilantro, we did have some challenges with it, and I think it is our seeds that are old. Finding out because we've had problems with it 2 weeks in a row now. So
Oh,
Becoming a
Mike, where are your seeds from?
These
uh,
are truly.
these are true leaves,
These
but
are
they
true-
are
Okay.
they are last year. They're over a year old probably.
Okay.
So
Are they the split seeds?
yeah, they're the splits. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
that's the only way to grow these splits. You
Yeah.
don't have to
Yeah.
do anything else. But
I've had great luck with I bought this past year only because it was the only thing available. But from Bagel, I bought the Josh Greener
Mhm.
Harvest. I bought his organic cilantro, the
Yep.
split cilantro. It's been phenomenal.
yeah,
Like
we did
huge
his,
germination.
we did his as a test for him
Yeah.
before he started selling it, and it was good. It was great. It's just we've had
Yeah.
these seeds, so there was no reason
Yeah.
to buy
Yeah.
new ones, but we
Sure,
probably
sure.
are there now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we're probably at that point. Well,
Okay.
checking on cilantro, the
Oh,
vermiculite one. I dug it out, added vermiculite. There's no spread. So everything has been contained really well. We just had 2 big spots and one little dude on the end here that I went ahead and dug out as well. Not seeing any collapsing. Things are going pretty well. Few seed holes, but nothing too much. Just a few pretty ones.
Good.
The soil covered one, same process, dug it out, replaced. We are seeing some collapsing around the edges, even though I did dig out extra. So I'm seeing that it's spreading a little bit more with the soil covered one. So not as great. Seed hole wise, looks about like the vermiculite. Got a few seed holes, maybe even a few less, but what we're running into is a lot more die off along the edges of where we cut it out. So it's going to be harder to recover.
And then how long do you stack it?
So these are 7 days.
7 days.
Okay. Okay. Same as me.
7 days. And then this one we did a test with no coverage at all. It did okay. But again, we ran into the same spots, but we're starting to see die off where I dug out.
They're really not even
as
that many.
much.
I mean, few more seed holes, but not that
Not
bad, really.
Seed holes, actually.
Nice.
A little bit along
Interesting.
here,
Yeah.
but I mean, overall, the seed holes aren't really sticking that much, and that's with nothing covering it. A little bit of die off in between the 2 holes. I probably could have just dug that out at that point, I guess. But we'll see how these recover.
Jess, do you miss that every day, or do you
Nope.
just water it well and leave it for a week?
Yep, just top water it.
Okay.
And then
We don't touch it for the 7 days in germination.
Yep.
Okay. 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 Same with me.
germination for the week, and then we bottom water after this for initial top water to get them in, and then bottom watering from there.
Okay.
The process wise is not bad, and we very rarely have had problems with our seed. We're getting to that bottom of that bucket there.
Yeah.
And
Gotcha.
and they're over a year,
Yeah.
well over a year
It's
actually.
time. It's time. It's just, yeah. Now that we've had issues 2 weeks in a row, we know what the problem is, so it's time to order new seeds.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Just we didn't go through them fast enough. That's our fault.
Gotta sell more cilantro. I gotta talk to Bill and Cindy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cindy is a cilantro queen.
Yeah, it's on a lot, doing a lot.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
a lot of restaurants she's doing, so she's doing that, so.
Nice, nice.
Nancy, how's your cilantro looking?
It's about the same. It has been under lights, what, 5 days now? So it's coming along. I actually usually have them under the 2 T5 lights, but this time I did switch and put it under the T8 because mine weren't getting as tall, like I wasn't getting as much
light.
quantity off of it. So I think by putting them under the T8s, I want to see how they stack up and compare to what I had. So
Yeah, we do the 1T8 and they work great.
yeah.
They
Yep.
get the height to them. They're not too lanky,
That's-
but you get some height.
Yeah, I'm hoping it does stretch a little bit more, but I had the same thing where I had some dampening off on mine as well, but so far so good. Mine's still producing, so that's good and not spreading.
It's contained.
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
Good. And the vermiculite seems to really help with that containment, too. I see a lot less issues around the edges of them.
Yeah, I'd almost like plasters it in, kind of like, you know what I mean? Like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can afford to put plasters it in.
Yeah.
Man.
But we're probably going to get some seeds, probably greener harvest seeds, for this. And or maybe Johnny's, we'll have to look and see on
He's
pricing.
got splits.
He's got splits for
right now,
sure.
too.
It can be a challenge at this time of year too, to get that. Sometimes, but
Can be a challenge, but I am quite surprised about this cabbage yields. Definitely an interesting one. I'll have to see how what's on my shelf right now goes.
that was all seeded by hand with the little seeder.
Yeah, all of those were done with the seeding machine.
Today we
And then
used
today-
the automatic system,
Turn a little bit.
automatic-ish system.
Automatic-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So cool.
Craziness of it all. Rigged up a watering system, used the conveyor, the rollers, and the seeder kind of in sequence. So overall went really well.
Took about 3 hours to plant 450 trays.
450-ish trays.
Wow, that's
420,
great.
420 trays. Yeah. And it can be done with 2 people. Jess was just kind of in the middle of monitoring.
Day
And
one.
it's- Yeah, but it really can be done with 2 people that way, so
Yeah.
instead of 3. So saving 4 hours of
$20 an hour.
normal of times everybody. But if you take that third person out, like, you could easily save 16 hours of labor, so
That's crazy.
yeah. From what we were doing, so it's it does definitely help, but and I think the way to use it, you can use it by hand, it's gonna be faster, obviously still, but cause you ain't gotta weigh everything out, but this is the way to use it.
Yeah.
Nate, did you guys video today what you were doing or no?
Somewhat,
A little bit.
a little bit, we got some B-roll and stuff for it, but we'll be doing a full video
Yeah.
on it, next week.
Good.
Today was a matter of making sure it doesn't mess up.
Getting all the kinks worked out.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah. No, we only ran into at one time the cedar wheel stopped spinning, so we learned to put a little weight on it.
Yep.
And then the peas. Peas are kind of interesting with the
Yeah.
cedar, but a little
it
bit,
works, but sometimes they get caught in the wheel. So
it
Got
cheats
it.
on itself.
Yeah.
we're figuring that out, how to rectify that, but we'll get there.
We'll get there. But super exciting. How
Dan?
is Dan tonight? Gearing up for planting, but yeah.
Yeah, any plan on being here for another 6 minutes, so any questions or comments or whatever you guys want to talk about? This was the cabbage harvest stand, so the one done by the cedar by hand was 9.5, the other one was, or just over 9, and this one was 10.5. That was done by hand, normal seating wise, so. Not far off, don't know if it was just, one off tray or whatever else, but we'll see when we harvest everything else, so.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm good. Thanks for sharing tonight, guys.
Yep.
Have a good night.
Absolutely,
You too.
Thanks. Bye.
Official
Um,
most of my return today. I got a couple new likes from people. Awesome.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. Welcome back, Dan. I'm glad you're back to doing it, and get out there and make some sales and get her done. If you need anything, let us know. Here to help and support you.
Hey, thanks, Mike and Jess. I'm
Yep,
gonna
thanks,
sign off.
Jesse. All right, have a
Bye.
good night.
You too.
Other than that, Dan, we are pretty much done. We'll get in here at the end. I'm so far behind, but I'm ready. All right. Get to planting and get to going sampling, man. Do whatever you got to do to get out there and get her done for sure. It's like starting all over. Ground one. Day one, part two.
Day one, part two. Yeah.
Yep, fresh start. Make sure you're posting on social media, get your stuff out there to people. Instagram, Facebook, whatever you got to use. Videos, pictures, all that stuff of the products, not necessarily you, of the products. So get her done. Get her done. All right. Dan, you came at the end, but yeah, keep posting, post on there. Post this weekend, post in the group. If you need anything, we're there to help. This community is there to support you, and we'll get you going again, man. Other than that, I'm gonna sign off. Go have some dinner, and you need anything, message us, man, or put it in the community. We'll talk to you then. Okay. Bye, Dan, and everybody else that watches in the replay. Have a good night.